Being a woman can get really expensive between beauty and skincare routines and our personal care. Not only does it cost us a lot of money, but it also takes up a lot of our time and energy and also adds clutter to our space. Hey everyone, my name is Joan and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about 25 things I don't buy or pay for when it comes to beauty, skincare, and personal care. Now, these are just personal decisions that I've made for myself. It's because I wanted to simplify my life, cut back on expenses, and I just don't see the value in these things. As I've gotten older, I've learned to embrace my natural look, embrace my aging, and I've also just learned to become more confident in how I look. So let's get started. The first thing that I don't buy or pay for are fake eyelashes or lash services. I remember a few years ago, these became such a trendy thing to do. Almost every woman I walked by had really long and luscious eyelashes. While they look great, especially when you have full makeup on and eyeshadow and all that, they look amazing. But then I've also seen women when they only have eyelashes on without makeup and it looks really funny. But again, this is a personal preference of mine. I just never really thought I would look good with those anyway because with Asian features, we don't naturally have long and thick eyelashes anyway. So I have never bought fake eyelashes. I've never tried eyelash services. Second thing I don't buy or even own right now is a lash curler. Funny thing is, when I was in high school, I was obsessed with the idea of long, thick eyelashes, but I never had them. So when I was in high school, I had a lash curler and I would curl my eyelashes all the time, use a blow dryer to really get it nice and curled. But I have not used lash curlers in years, so I just don't intend on buying another one, and I don't own one. And the next thing I don't buy is mascara. I haven't bought mascara in years because I've stopped curling my eyelashes. I just never saw a need to buy mascara anymore. I've actually recently thrown out all my old mascara. I don't even know why I had them, but I just don't really do much with my eyes in general other than the eyeliner that I wear. But other than that, mascara, I just have not bought those in years. The next thing I don't buy are lipsticks and lip glosses. When I was younger and I was performing a lot, I used to have a lot of different color of lipsticks and lip glosses, but over time I've just kind of gotten tired of wearing them and then having to reapply. So I just stopped buying them altogether. The only thing I wear now is just lip balm, and it's made of beeswax and essential oils, and I just wear it when I need it, and that's all I need. The next thing I don't pay for are eyebrow services. Now, I used to be obsessed with my eyebrows when I was in high school. I was a big Gwen Stefani fan, so whatever her eyebrows looked like, I copied it too. When she had those thin eyebrows, I had thin eyebrows too. But eventually I outgrew that phase and I started letting my eyebrows grow out again, and now I just trim it myself. I pluck it myself, and I don't even put on brow liner. I know there are a lot of eyebrow services out there. I know eyebrow threading was a thing for a while. I just don't see the value of going somewhere and getting my eyebrows done. It's not something I care enough about, and for the most part, my eyebrows just hide behind my bangs and my glasses anyway, so I just don't see the value of paying for eyebrow services as much as I think my eyebrows would probably look amazing if I did. The next thing I don't buy anymore are eyeshadows. First of all, I was never good at using eyeshadows. I did have quite a bit of them when I was performing a lot and going out a lot. I'm not going out a lot these days, so I just don't see the point of having eyeshadows. I did declutter a lot of my old eyeshadows that I just happened to have. And again, I was just never good at it, and so it's not something I'm interested at this stage in my life to figure out. So I just don't buy or own any eyeshadows at this time. The next thing that I don't think I would ever want to pay for or even get into is Botox and fillers. Again, this is a personal preference of mine. I don't like the idea of putting foreign things into my body, things that are potentially harmful and toxic. And on top of that, I am embracing how I naturally look, how I'm naturally aging. And I've met women that have lip fillers and they get their Botox treatments every few months, and I know it can get really expensive once you get into the routine of doing it because you have to maintain the way you look. And personally, I think people just look better when they're natural. You know, people look more unique when they don't have Botox and fillers. I was talking to a coworker a while back about her Botox and filler routine that she does, and she was telling me about how they use a big needle to inject in your lip, and then they pump this thing in. When she told me about that, I just cringed. Just like, ugh, why would you do that to yourself? And then she would tell me that sometimes she has to massage her lip back in place. And I just thought that was kind of freaky. Why would you do that to yourself? Knowing how all this stuff works, I'm just really not interested in using Botox or fillers, no matter how old I get. When it comes to my skincare routine, I just don't buy a lot of creams, moisturizers, and serums. I know a lot of women that have very extensive skincare routines, like they put on their hyaluronic acid and then their under eye cream and their toners and all that. It just seems like a lot to keep up with, and me personally, I like to keep things as simple as possible and take as little time as possible. And so I just use a vitamin E oil. I have an anti-wrinkle moisturizing cream. And then when I go outside, I use a moisturizer with SPF. But for the most part, I just have this oil on my skin and a moisturizing cream, and that's it. Now, I also have been getting into gua sha in the last few months, and it feels really nice to use, and it actually has gotten rid of a little bit of my double chin, so that's all I do for my skincare routine. The other thing I don't buy are face masks. Because I keep my skincare routine very simple, very minimal, I just don't see the value of using face masks. I have used them before because they have been gifted to me before, and I just don't see the difference it makes for me. And I know face masks are things that could cost you money and also clutter your bathroom. I just don't see the value of buying face masks. Okay, the next thing, it's gonna sound a bit controversial, but I don't buy face washes or skin cleansers. I probably should, I don't know, but for many years now, all I do is buy this oat milk bar soap that my husband and I both use. We use a washcloth, rub the soap on it, wash our face, wash our body, and so far my skin hasn't reacted badly to doing that. And maybe it dries out my skin, but then I moisturize my skin again afterwards anyway. So far my skin's been okay, and I just don't see any reason to buy any kind of face wash or cleansers. And with that, I don't buy any kind of face scrub or body scrubs. I used to love buying face scrubs and body scrubs, like they'll be like sugar scrub. Then I found out that a lot of the scrubs have like microplastics as the little scrubby things, so I decided to just not buy those altogether. Again, what I do is I use my bar soap and rub my towel into it, scrub my face, scrub my skin, and it scrubs my body just fine, and my skin feels nice and smooth after just using a simple soap and bath towel. The other thing is I don't buy makeup wipes. Sometimes my eyeliner does kind of get runny into my eyes because I use a natural mineral-based type of eyeliner, so it doesn't really stay on for a long time. But when that happens, I just go straight to the bathroom and just wash my face. So I just don't see any need to buy makeup wipes. The next thing I don't buy anymore are hair dyes. I used to dye my hair when I was in high school and up until my early 20s. I used to be obsessed with looking like this sun-kissed surfer babe back when I was young, but I kind of got over that phase. And so I started dyeing my hair black, and then eventually I just grew my hair out. I just didn't like how it damaged my hair. Nowadays, I have gray hairs if you look closely, but do I plan to dye my hair eventually? I don't know. Right now, I don't care to dye my hair. Again, I am embracing my aging. So at this stage in my life, I have no intention of buying hair dyes. The next thing that I don't pay for are haircuts. The last time I got a professional haircut was about 2 years ago, and it cost me about $85. Since then, I've decided to just learn how to cut my own hair. I mean, getting my bangs trimmed at a salon can cost anywhere from like $10 to $15, which it's not much, but I decided that I would learn how to do it, and so far I think I'm doing okay. It's not always perfect. And then I just watched a couple of video tutorials on how to trim the rest of my hair. I actually was watching a couple of Brad Mondo videos of I think it's called the wolf cut or the unicorn cut. So I've done that a handful of times. I do have to readjust it afterwards, but other than that, it works just fine. I know I'm saving a ton of money not getting a haircut. I've also learned how to cut my husband's hair, so he doesn't pay for haircuts either. The next thing that I don't own anymore, and I just have no intention of buying anytime soon, is a flat iron. I've owned about 3 flat irons in my life, and my last one, it was my 3rd one, and I've had it for about 7-8 years, and it finally broke on me. It was a blessing in disguise because I got a little bit too out of hand flat ironing my hair almost every day, and my hair started to get really dry and unmanageable. So it was good that my flat iron broke. I don't intend on replacing it anytime soon. And now I just use my blow dryer and comb out my hair if I want to straighten it out. But other than that, I really don't do much with my hair. I don't blow dry my hair every day other than my bangs. Most times I just put my hair in a bun or in a braid, or if I want to leave it down, I just use one anti-frizz serum that I comb through my hair. But that's all I do when it comes to my hair. So I have no intention of buying a flat iron anytime soon. One of the things that I have never bought or got into was dry shampoo. I have met so many women using dry shampoo, whether they dye their hair or not. And I hate to say this, but a lot of times I was around these women using dry shampoo. Their scalps always just kind of reeked a weird smell. And I know dry shampoo is supposed to absorb like grease and all that stuff, but they always still kind of look greasy. So dry shampoo was something I was never interested in trying. Honestly, I feel good washing my hair every single day. I like the feeling of clean hair, and I think overall people look better when they have clean hair. So dry shampoo was something that I've never paid for, and I have no intention of trying. The next thing that I don't buy are extra shampoos and extra conditioners. My husband and I actually share this shampoo, conditioner, body wash combo from Trader Joe's, and it lasts us for about 3 months between the two of us. We don't really use it for our body for some reason. We just use it for our hair, and it works just fine. It moisturizes my hair just fine. So we just don't buy any extra shampoos and conditioners altogether. The next thing I don't pay for are manicures and pedicures. The last time I got a mani-pedi was probably in 2016 when a friend wanted to spend time together, and that was what we did. And I remember it being kind of expensive at the time. It is nice to do. I remember it feeling really good to have someone wash your feet, massage your feet, really clean out your nails and all that. But it's just something I just don't care enough about to do, so I just don't pay for mani-pedis. And with that said, I don't pay for nail polish. I used to have a lot of nail polish. Again, back when I was performing a lot and going out a lot, I used to have this big box of just different colors of nail polishes. But as I've gotten older, I've just cared less to do it. I just didn't want to spend time doing it, so I started throwing out all my nail polish. Nowadays, all I do is trim my nails, file my nails, and when I do remember, I will buff it. I work with my hands a lot, you know, with homemaking and gardening. Even at work, I don't want to be bothered with chipping a nail or breaking a nail, chipping my nail polish. It's just something I don't care enough about, and at this stage in my life, it's just not very practical for me to buy nail polish. The other thing I don't buy are shaving creams. My husband uses shaving cream for his face because he does have to shave, but I don't have a shaving cream for myself. I just lather up my soap when I have to shave my legs or my armpits, and it works just fine. I just don't see the need to buy shaving cream. One of the things that I have not bought in a very long time is perfume. I did buy perfume regularly back in my early 20s. As I've gotten older, I actually just don't like a lot of strong scents. I don't like it on myself. I also don't like it on other people, especially when they're just covered in perfume or cologne. I do have one bottle of perfume. It's this Gwen Stefani lamb perfume that they just don't make anymore. It's kind of old, but it still smells good. I maybe spray it on myself once a year, if even. And it's the only smell I've ever really liked on me. But other than that, I just don't care to buy perfume. I don't care to wear perfume. The next thing I don't buy are toxic body lotions. Before, I never really used to care what kind of ingredients were in lotions, but again, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more sensitive to smells and even how things feel on my skin. So I have to be really careful about what kind of body lotions I buy. And I also got traumatized by this experience I had when a coworker who let me borrow some of her Bath and Body Works lotion when I forgot to bring my own lotion. My skin was so dry and I desperately wanted to put lotion on. So she offered it to me. I put it on my hands and I kid you not, I could not get that smell off my skin for like almost a week. It was freaking me out. I was like, whatever's in that thing, it is sticking to my skin and I don't like it. And so I'm just very careful about what kind of body lotions I buy as much as possible. I stay away from toxic brands and I'm always spending time looking at the ingredients of body lotions that I do buy. So I am very careful not to buy toxic body lotions. And with that, the next thing that I don't buy are toxic deodorants. Before, I never used to care what kind of deodorant I bought as long as it worked. But again, as I've gotten older, my skin has gotten more sensitive. I've realized there were a lot of things in deodorants like aluminum and things like that. They're just not good to put on your skin. So we recently found this coconut oil deodorant and it's in a little tub and my husband and I actually share it and it lasts us for about a month and a half. And so we're just very careful about what kind of deodorants we buy. So I just don't buy toxic deodorants anymore. The next thing that I don't buy, and I have not bought this in years, are mouthwashes. I brush my teeth 2 to 3 times a day and I think it does the job. I just don't see the value of using mouthwashes, and a lot of mouthwashes out there just don't have safe ingredients in them. I just don't see any value in buying mouthwash. The last thing that I actually haven't bought in years are tampons. I used to wear tampons all the time because I was very outdoorsy. I was always going swimming. I was always going surfing. Nowadays, I just avoid water sports altogether when I'm on my period. What happened was I started having some kind of infection when I was using tampons. I would have like this flu-like fever at the beginning of my period, and for a while I didn't understand what was going on, but then I noticed it consistently happened anytime I was on my first day of my period using tampons. So I just decided to stop using tampons altogether, and I haven't had those flu-like fevers ever since. So these are the 25 things that I don't buy or pay for when it comes to beauty, skincare, and personal care. I would love to hear in the comments below what items or services that you don't buy or pay for. I would love to hear your reasons, but I would also be interested to hear what are some items and services that you still find valuable. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.